in one piece.
Yep. Need any help with anything?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out.
Farewell.
Alright, let's see. Equip potions, upgrade potions. Oh, something to read. What's normal? A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Something about the gray. Okay. Sounds weird. What's in here? Some stuff that I'm going to take. Potions. That's pretty awesome. Tonics to enhance resistance. Grenades. Alright. Potions. Healing. Increase healing. Right. Sweet. I can research to increase my healing potion. Oh, no I can't. I don't have enough elf fruit. Darn it! Wait. Nice. So once I get some more elf fruit, I can unlock some of that stuff. We don't have any tonics yet. Don't have any grenades yet. Okay. Very neat. Potion assignment and replenishment. Alright. To replenish potions, you must have enough herbs of the appropriate type. So as long as I have an elf root, I can replenish those. Okay.
Just right.
Very good, very good. Anything in here? Oh, something to read. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. A well-worn quarterly missive. Three scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well then. So let's take a gander at the journal here. So Haven. The apothecary mentioned that Master Tegan was working on something. Find Tegan's notes. And the requisite information for weapons thing. And this guy, I mean this quest, I'm gonna have to go and speak to the folks at the Chantry. What's this here? I guess that's just looking at that. Okay.
The Templars instead.
Excuse me. Let's go into the Chantry. Talk to Cassandra. I'm actually warming up to her a little bit. She's not quite as frosty.
Does it trouble you?
Okay. I want it gone. It's fine. It didn't close the breach. Nah, I'm okay.
It's stopped spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Nice to meet all of you.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
No, they couldn't.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Well, guess they still think I'm guilty.
They still think I'm guilty. That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's kind of cool.
I don't mind it at all.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So... people going to come storming our gates?
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
So why is she wanting to talk to us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable thought. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Right, War Table. Allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Okay. Can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the War Table now. Alright, so there's that. Okay.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order in the area. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking everything that moves, and it appears that the Templars aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. Would you like to gather your party and venture to the hinterlands now? No. You now have access to mission. Okay. Oh, look. Scout the Storm Coast. Gather coin. Varric's revenge. Deal with relatives of the Trevelyan's. What's this? I never wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of divine Justinia the Fifth. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in High Ever in remembrance of Justinia and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. I could write to him. Let's do this.
Let us begin.
Okay. Oh, cool. Address a nobleman's concerns. The Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Well, this guy sounds like a turd. Take advantage of his raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Kildren's favor. All right. Let's help the refugees instead.
All right.
Deal with... what's this? It's true. Distant relations of the House Trevelyan are claiming close friendship with the Herald of Andraste. A boast is one matter, but the boundaries of tact and decency appear to be invisible to these mountebanks. During a ball in the South Quarter, I witnessed a cousin 5 times removed from Lady Trevelyan threaten to have the Inquisition fight his rival. He quickly left the party after I made my connection with the Inquisition clear, but the problem stands. We must deal with the Herald's relatives taking her name in vain. Lady Buttleford. Displeasure without tipping our hand. I'm not saying we send assassins, but the rumor of assassins. We should openly denounce these people. Promise them future favors. So are these my relatives? I don't want to threaten to assassinate my relatives. I don't want to promise them things either, though. They sound like turds. Let's threaten them.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Okay, so this is a nice little mini game type thing. I've had the benefit of the Chancery's deep coffers. Okay. What about Orlais? I guess we aren't doing anything in Orlais right now. Alright. So, let's see if I can talk to some of these folks. Get some more information. Use the quest map to travel to distant locations. Okay. Good deal. What's in here? Who's in here?
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
So, you own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Oh, turd. But we need somewhere to be.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
I would love to know what is up with that silly mask on his face. So, does he really own this place?
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Alright. Well, you did well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
So, tell me about yourself.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Alrighty, well, she seems okay.
Greetings.
So...
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
So was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen if it does.
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royeaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
Game?
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
I'd swear our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille always did love a party.
I don't recall seeing you at any of them.
I liked my freedom.
Attend one ball, and you'll fend off invites for a dozen more.
That reminds me. The Herald of Andraste has received several invitations from the curious.
Oh God.
Parties? How many am I getting?
Only 17 this month, I'm afraid.
Holy God. No, no balls.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
What in the world?
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove
Yep.
ourselves by hitting the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
So, do you think I'm like this holy person?
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you. And, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Please don't call me your worship anymore.
Let's speak
Goodbye.
later.
Another time.
Who? Oh, are you the...
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker, Pentagast, and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay. Already did that. The Maker. Guess we're going in here. What in the world was that achievement for? Huh. Okay. So, let's see what happened here. We're a welcome addition to the vigil. I'm sending Ferelden arms for your troops. May the Maker grant you never need them. Nice. Very good. Nope, that's not the one that we did. What was the other one? This one. Splendid news. The relatives have become much more careful about invoking the name of the Inquisition. In fact, they appear to be deliberately avoiding me as well, as if they're afraid that the more the Inquisition scrutinizes them, the more may be made clear to our eyes. Just imagine. I trust you are in good health. Tell me, how does the left hand of the divine fare these days? Please pass on my compliments to Sister Liliana, whose work I always admire. Very good. Guess those threats worked. And we gained some influence. Let's see. I think I trust you to do this more.
Let us begin.
Goodness me, that's going to take 47 minutes. Okay. Okay. So what's this? Ruffles? Is that his nickname for me, Ruffles? Let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Hard in Hightown 3, the repuncheoning appeared in print from the Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. Thank you. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best they could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Pyrrhal Balinforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more than the guild. Alrighty, Liliana, looks like you got this one. Alright, let's go do this thing then. Alright. Party selection. Well, it looks like I'm going to be taking these 3.